is now set for the area council elections in the Federal Capital Territory to elect representatives of the people in the 6 area councils of the territory, billed for Saturday, the 12th of February 2022, for a period of 3 years. The electoral umpire, Inec, seemed to have put all round pegs in round holes, doing all that is needful to ensure a smooth run. In that line, it had since April 2021 released the timetable for program of action for the election, and have since been following through with the schedule. FCT area council elections being the only local government polls in Nigeria conducted and supervised by the Independent National Electoral Commission based on the special status of FCT area councils. National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee of Inec, Festus Okoye, says Inec has finalized all arrangements towards the elections, as all PVCs for all new registrations and requests for transfers as well as replacements of PVCs have all been taken care of and are available in all the area councils for election. Now, the latest of the preparations is a stakeholders meeting organized at the instance of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, FCT. Some of the issues arising, however, is the fact that no fewer than 473 candidates sponsored by 14 political parties are vying for the 6 area council chairmanship seats and the 62 councillorship slots in the area council's election, as well as tussle within some political parties, which is an indication of how keenly contested these council elections are in the FCT and the level of interest in that poll. This is Nigeria Today. Welcome to the program. This is our focus. I am Lydia Odije Ochi. To start with the program, let us see the outcome or the issues arising from the stakeholders meeting which held today in Abuja. Aisha Uba Ali was there.
It is hours to the FCT area council elections, and 473 candidates have been sponsored by 14 political parties to vie for different positions. The expanded stakeholders meeting, which had civil society organizations, security agencies, political parties, observers, and other stakeholders in attendance, is to highlight the level of progress made by the Commission in terms of preparedness.
And I assure you that in the FCT, will give you all the support. This particular election, as you know, even though it's for an area council, which in other parts of the country are called local governments, is being watched locally, nationally, and internationally.
We have also made adequate arrangements for technical support and transportation to speedily respond in the unlikely event of glitches on election day. Similarly, election results will be uploaded on the Inec result viewing portal in real time when voting ends and votes are counted at the polling units on election day.
As part of the strategies placed for free, fair, and credible election, threat analysis and information gathering and intelligence sharing with sister security agencies, which led to the identification of peculiar threats in all the area council, has been carried out.
With both domestic and foreign observer groups as well as media organizations accredited for the exercise, he assured residents of a free, fair, and credible polls. It was made known at the meeting that 90% of insensitive materials are already at the area councils, while sensitive materials will be distributed by Thursday, the 10th of February, under strict and tight supervision. Meanwhile, stakeholders say with what the Commission intends to achieve with the area council elections, they are hopeful it will become desired and improved process come 2023.
Going by what is being said in the hall, if all we put into action, we're expecting free, fair, credible, and inclusive election by Saturday. orientation has been given to them for a very long time, and we're still giving them the orientation. Voting is their right, and for them to be able to get vote for credible leadership, they need to go out to go and vote.
But then, if you look at the registration again, in AMAC, even at about 400 and something unit, there are no people did not turn out to register. If you look at those register again, you see that AMAC is the highest.
On litigation, 8 cases are in court.
Welcome back. Now to discuss the issues of area council elections in the FCT, I'm being joined by Inec resident electoral commissioner for the FCT, Yahaya Bello. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Glad to have you, with me this evening.
Thank you for joining us. And we also have Deputy Commissioner of Police, FCT, DCP Bennett Igwe. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Let me begin with the FCT REC. How prepared is INEC for the polls?
Well, thank you very much. Like I said, during the stakeholders meeting, preparation started in March 30th, 2021. In between then and now, every other constitutional and legal requirements were fulfilled. The political parties had their primaries, they presented their candidates, list of candidates published, and the political parties have been campaigning. And this campaign will end in the next 2 days. That is on the 10th of this month, 2 days before the election.
Okay.
We have already trained our staff, our ad hoc staff who are going to participate in this election and conduct the election in the capacities of SPOs, POs, APOs, and what have you. We have also trained our RACTEX technical staff who will be on very alert and ready to ensure that should there be any reason for their intervention, in case of any technical failure, they will eventually and very effectively, and it's a rapid force, they will go and rectify it.
Okay.
We have deployed more than 95% of the required non-sensitive materials, to all our area councils. In fact, they have been batched right to polling units. All we are waiting for is to collect the sensitive materials on Thursday.
Okay.
So that we will send them to. These sensitive materials are already at the custody of the central bank.
Okay.
They are ballot papers, result sheets and what have you.
Okay.
These are, materials that will be deployed at the end of the day before we start the election.
Okay.
These will go to the area councils, we will batch to RS, and on Friday, all our ad hoc staff will report at our racks, and they will stay there overnight. All these materials will be shared, the allowances will be paid, transport ready for them. They will stay with the transport and everything. Early in the morning,
okay,
they will go out, to polling units. Most of these RACTEX, they have been established. They are like secondary schools, very well prepared to accommodate, ad hoc staff, very close to the polling units. So the issue is early in the morning, the issue of redeployment. By the grace of God, we have witnessed this in 2019. We will do this much better this time around.
All right.
So by 8:30 in the morning on Saturday, by the grace of God, election will start.
Of course, NTA will be there monitoring and covering the event. Now, let me go to the DCP. Now, sir, the security situation in the FCT, that's what concerns you. That's where your purview is. Is it healthy enough for the elections?
Very, very healthy enough.
Okay.
We have done our deployments. We have equally cleared the areas, boundaries of FCT to ensure safety of every voter within FCT. We have enough men. We are deploying 22,750 officers and men for this area council election. We want to ensure we are deploying from Friday to Saturday to Sunday. We are making 3 days deployment. And we are to protect every PUs, polling units, to ensure no person will talk of carrying ballot box. And we have done enough deployment just to activate. We are equally doing the necessary things to ensure that both sensitive and non-sensitive materials are safe. So it's going to be one of the best elections because FCT is the headquarters of both the Inec and the Nigerian Police Force and every other agencies that is involved in this country that is in election duty. So we want to make FCT election a legendary election of emulation.
Okay, we believe you. Now let's go to REC. The Commission is deploying BVAS for the election. Can you educate us on this and other innovations introduced for the process?
Yes, this, if you recall, in the previous elections, like 2019 and other one before that, you know, the smart card reader was the vogue at that time.
Yes.
The smart card reader was able to capture biometrics only the fingerprints.
Okay.
It did not have the capacity, you know, to transmit so many other information. But this time around, the Viva is designed to perform 3 functions, you know, accreditation, you know, and then fingerprint, that's biometric capturing, and also the facial.
Okay.
So, including uploading the result from the polling unit. So the Viva is a multi-purpose, some kind of a device, you know. So if, for example, if you recall smart card reader, if it fails to take your biometrics, you know, we have incident forms or something. It has been discarded completely with the arrival of the Vivas, because the Viva, if it doesn't capture your fingerprints and he doesn't capture your face, then you are not the one.
Okay.
So the Viva make sure that you are the one, so that you are the one that has the PBC, and you are the one that is now voting.
Okay, so it's an improvement on the smart card.
It is.
Okay.
It is, you know, it is a further development, you know, of the smart card. The most important thing also for all the citizens of FCT to take note is that the Viva is designed to upload this result at the polling units. By the time, you know, this result is uploaded in the polling units, we'll capture it here in FCT. The national headquarters will capture it. Other portals will also capture it. So it will be futile, it will be unnecessary to knock anybody's head and collect the Viva. You know, it will serve no purpose at all.
Okay, okay. Let's take a break now. We'll still have more issues to iron out. Stay with us.
This is NTA News 24 broadcasting from Abuja. You can watch us anywhere, anytime on the following platforms.
Start Times Channel 101, Freak TV Channel 703, GSTV Channel 419, and Go TV Channel 46.
For more information, log on to our website www.nta.ng or join us on our social media handles, Facebook at NTA News 24.
For comments, suggestions and inquiries, send an email to news24@nta.gov.ng or call us on the following numbers.
NTA News 24,
news and more news.
Welcome back. The program is Nigeria Today, and we're discussing FCT area council elections. We still have the Inec Resident Electoral Commissioner for the FCT, Yahaya Bello, with us, and the Deputy Commissioner of Police, FCT, DCP Bennett Igwe. Let me come to you, DCP. Sir, There's this particular issue mentioned about one constituting about some unrest among political parties. For instance, a situation where two factions of a particular party are both campaigning. How has the command fared in managing the situation?
Well, managed the situation very well. One of the things we did was to call the actors and extract MOU, peaceful MOU from them. Yeah. This is the last lap of the election, but you can see it's very peaceful. Because we equally deploy our men in their campaigns to monitor. If you misbehave, we arrest you and charge you. And that's why we are there. And we are not taking it with any kid blows. So, and that's why at this last lap, everywhere is peaceful. And we will continue to ensure it's peaceful before and after the election. We have done enough to ensure it's not only the police that is in the SSS, the civil defense, the army, all of us are working in synergy. We share information, we share intelligences, we act it out to ensure it's headquarters of everybody. So no person is relenting, no agency is relenting. Even though the police is the lead agency, we want to ensure that the election is free and fair and debarred of any rancor.
And peaceful.
We are managing the crisis. It must be peaceful.
Thank you. Now, Rec, there are cases in court that about what will happen to those parties and those candidates that are having some issues, especially the issue raised by other parties that a party is fielding two candidates. Well, how would you react to this?
This matter was very well explained during the stakeholders forum today by the national chairman, Honorable Chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yaku. He raised this the issue. He even talked about the litigations that have been awaited, judgments. You see, the issue is that we already produced, a list of candidates participating with various political parties. The Inec is an establishment of the law and the constitution, and if these cases are within the ambit of the law and they are, awaiting judgment from the courts, we have to. There is a constitutional and legal, provisos which will take care of issues of this nature. You heard what Professor Mahmoud Yaku said, the Honorable Chairman, National Chairman. He said, we are so happy that this time around, INEC is not so confused with, judgments from, courts of equal jurisdictions. This is because the Chief Judge of FCT stamped his foot and the Chief Judge of the Federation. So this is not a matter that will stop us from continuing to do this election. This is a matter that it will be taken care of in the law, because it is the law that established the INEC. So it will be taken care of.
Okay, still staying with you. How were the ad hoc staff recruited and how many are they?
This is very interesting. I thank you very much. You see, this election, when I joined, I participated and conducted election here in the 2019. There is a development. Okay. Not only the ad hoc staff who are going to conduct the election, but even political party agents who are going to represent their parties at PUs, they applied through the portal. And, all the NYSC, all the university final year students, final year students and the other tertiary institutions, they applied through the portal. Okay. They have been harvested from the portal and they were invited to come for training from the portal. And the portal has captured a lot of information about them so that, we will have a lot of data about those who are going to conduct our election so that we'll be able to pinpoint and identify them very easily. Unlike before, which was not the case. Okay. People just come and register, and this time around, everything is captured. So portals are open, like I said, not only for our ad hoc staff, even for political parties. In fact, we open a portal for people who want to observe the election.
Okay.
Observers also apply through portal that they want. In fact, we open a portal even for our very critical stakeholders, the members of the press. They also applied through the portal. So everybody is captured in the portal. Anybody who's going to conduct election, you know, his biometrics, not only for voting, but participating, is captured in the portal. That is how we are advancing to ensure that free, fair, and credible and inclusive election is being, nurtured in the country. Quite interesting.
Now, DCP, for the areas in the FCT considered volatile during FCT elections, what specially is being done or provided for such areas as regards security?
Actually, there are areas we have mapped out as flashpoints. We know the areas, or gathered intelligence, we have mapped out strategies. But one of the things we are saying is that if you are not a voter, there's no need of you coming to the polling unit, because this time we are not going to entertain any toggery at all, no matter under the guise or the name it is called. So, if you know you are not a registered voter to any polling unit, please don't go close to any polling unit, because we are not going to take it lightly at all. You are challenging us, so we have to respond. If you behave lawlessly, we treat you lawlessly. That's what we are going to see.
You treat
for those of them who train talks and think they can do anything.
You treat them according to the law?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Rec, what is the Commission doing to ensure the safety of ad hoc staff and others involved in the process?
My colleague from the ISS has talked very well about securing the FCT and securing, ad hoc staff and our materials. You see, the election has been, the planning for this election has been going on for a long time. There is on the ground ICSES, that is Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security. This is a body that has, my main principal, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the national chairman of Inec, at the national level, as the chairman of that, and the NSA, National Security Advisor, is the co-chair of that ICSES at the national level. At our own level in the state, we have the Inec commissioner, who is the chair of the ICSES, that Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, and the Commissioner of Police as the co-chair. Very interestingly, let me tell you this one. This Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, in which we meet very regularly, has the members of all the security apparatus in the country. Navy, Air Force, Army, SSS, security, prison, immigration, fire service, NOAA, EFCC, all these. So we have been meeting regularly even before this election. So we have been meeting regularly, planning how to secure this election. Like my colleague has
let me interject here. Any provisions for the physically challenged? Quickly.
We have included in the motto of the INEC inclusivity. So the people who are physically challenged are being taken care of. Very, very well. I have said so several times. In fact, during this election that we are going to do on Saturday, the Commission has provided magnifying glasses for albinos. It has also provided braided ballot papers for the blind people and people who are, vision impaired, so that the blind man will not require any guide for him to go into the polling unit and vote for the party and candidate of his choice. He will do it himself.
Give us just briefly final words of advice for the voter.
Every voter in FCT, you are free to come and cast your vote. Don't fear anything. come out en masse.
Okay.
Your security is guaranteed.
Okay. That's good to know. Well, that's our package today on Nigeria Today. You've heard them all. Come out and vote. It will be safe, peaceful, and secure. We want to thank the Inec Resident Electoral Commissioner for the FCT, Yahaya Bello. Thank you for your insight and your sharing your thoughts with us.
It's always been my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Okay, and the Deputy Commissioner of Police, FCT DCP Bennett Igwe, we appreciate your presence.
Thank you so much.
And to you, our viewer, we're always grateful for your attention. Thank you, and we hope that tomorrow you keep a date with us. I am Lydia Ochi. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.